Mark, I'm going to say, hey, everybody, because that's what I always say.
Yes, and that's a great opening line. And we're used to that, and we're ready for that.
There
So,
we are. Anyway, it's
hey,
Sam.
everybody.
Yeah, it's Sam with MissionMonday.com here on the East Coast, Nebraska offices. And you are Mark
This is
Johnson.
Mark Johnson, missionmoney.com from the,
Wahoo affiliate office.
the alternative site.
I'm going to throw this out there. I think that the Wahoo affiliate office, from my perspective, looks like it has a better internet connection than the Kearney headquarters.
It's pretty solid here.
It's pretty solid here. And as always, we want to thank our buddies on Strive TV, striv.tv, because they help schools tell their story and help us tell our story and put up these awesome videos on their website. So, Mark, I'm also going to apologize. I'm not outside like I said I would be.
But I know it's right away, but I figured you would address it if you wanted to.
I'm addressing it because there's somebody with a leaf blower outside.
Oh, that's loud. It'd be noisy.
It might be my wife. So I elected to broadcast from in here. Hey, Mark, a week ago we did a mission, one of your favorite missions. I think it's also, speaking of wives, your wife's favorite mission, the Just Say Okay mission, and threw in some constructive criticism on there. This time we're talking about going the opposite direction. What we would like people to do is find out something cool that somebody does, some accomplishment they have had recently, and compliment them specifically for that. Not just because, we'll do that. Has anybody told you you're awesome yet today mission, which I think is great, but this little bit different. We want to make sure that you pay attention during this week, find out something really cool somebody's done, and go up to them and say, hey, I noticed that you pulled this off. That's pretty legit. And I think this is a great follow-up to after a week when we do some constructive criticism. What do you think?
Yeah, I like this mission because it's always good when we get specific, right? So the awesome, as anybody told you, you're awesome yet today mission is a great mission. People love that. But this one is a little more specific about something that somebody has accomplished or done. And as we've talked about, it doesn't have to be anything grand. It can be grand. They maybe scored the last touchdown in a playoff game, which is awesome. Maybe they got a 90% on a spelling test and they've never broken 80. That's also pretty cool. So
it also gives you an opportunity to find out what really matters to people. Because whether you're a parent, volunteer, student, staff member, whoever it is, figure out who you want to give this specific compliment to, and then maybe ask around and go, you know what? I've been wanting to make sure I fill Mark's bucket a little bit this week. What's something that really matters to him? What's something that he's proud of? What's something he needs some validation on? And we always talk about we want to use Mission Monday to bring our school community together. Well, we're more together when we know more about the people that we're serving shoulder to shoulder with. And this is a great opportunity for that.
I also like that, it forces you to actually, talk to somebody who might know, figure out a little bit about a student. And this could be a student that you normally have contact with, so it wouldn't be, surprising for you to come up and say something to that student. In fact, if you know that student, you probably already know the accomplishments, but even better, maybe this is a student you don't have normal contact with, but you want to find out something about the student. You go up and you say, hey, I learned this about you. I found out you did this. I would imagine the student's eyeballs might grow about 2 sizes as they stare at you and try to figure out how the heck do you know this and why do you care? And so I think that's pretty powerful.
In the advent of eyeball swelling, do we need to contact the nurse?
I think maybe only if they fall out. But the 5-second rule would still apply, I think, to eyeballs. Anything more than that, maybe you want to call somebody.
I like it. Sounds good. Hey, another thing I want to throw out there on top of the mission is also next week, we will be at the Nebraska State Conference for Education sharing some Mission Monday message as well as successes from our own schools. So if you are a Mission Monday follower and you happen to be at that conference, why don't you stop in on our session? We'll probably also schedule a free giveaway of the book during that because we like to do that as well. So I think it'd just be good to see you people like live and in person other than this. And we'll probably record a mission or two live from there as well.
Always like doing that, man.
Yeah, because then it's instead of this, it's this.
It's this. Get the surrounding energy. Speaking of the book, Sam, it's called "It Happens in the Hallway," and so you can find
What book are you talking about?
a book that you and I.
Oh, that one.
So you can find it on Amazon.
You can, and I don't mean to brag, but it is November, so new sales stats. We have sold one book thus far.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. One
Hoping
is more
to
than
sell more before November ends.
that's the plan.
Right on. All right, you got anything else for the good people?
I got nothing.
All right, we'll see you next week at the State Conference on Education.
Beautiful.